Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today I took three DAX function, okay, that is all selected and all except, okay, and we try to understand with a very simple yet real-time example, okay, so that you can familiar with these three DAX functions and you can use whenever there is a business need, okay. So let's discuss first about the data, right? What is the data we are taking it? So you guys are asking always me the data set, all these things, but this is very simple data which I took a name, okay, took some mark, and this is a student data, and there are sections. I just kept it random AB in their class. So few students are from the grade 2 and few students are from the grade 1. Simple, okay. And I created a measure called total mark. It is sum of the student info mark. Simple, okay. Now let's understand this. So I have pulled up the table where I am keeping the name of the students and their total mark. So total, this is the 325, the total mark. Now I need the overall total mark of this across your school. Let's say this is a student info. It is let's consider this is X, the school name is, and I want the total marks of the school, okay. So suppose in this case I will create a measure here, right. So I will say total marks not filtered. I am just giving very specific. I don't want to specify anything here. So I will say calculate my total mark. Then in the filter, I want to filter out. Okay. So I can use here the remove filter directly. Okay. But since you are discussing the all selected and all except, I will use the all filter here. Okay. All. So that's it. Okay. Simple. Now if I drag this, it will give me 325 across everywhere. So total mark. So 325 is the total mark across the school, right? Fine. Now let's try to understand few things. So in the all, if you are not giving anything, it is removing the filter context from everything. Okay. So suppose inside that I am giving one column called section. Just for a second, try to understand. Okay. Is there any changes to the measure? No. So just think, okay, here. So what you are removing the filter context. So here you are removing the filter context from the section, whereas my visualization is not based on the section. So it doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. So it means that whatever the column from where you are removing the filter context in the measure, that should present on the visualization, so that it should give some meaningful information. What does it mean? So let's go here, and instead of name, let's add section. Now it makes some understanding here, right? You understand right now? Let me just arrange this properly. Okay. So now if it makes sense, right? So section A and B, 157 and 168 marks, total is 355, and across overall it is 325. So here the visualization, we are using the section, and in the visualization you are using the section, so it is removing. Done. Now if I use directly, instead of no column or nothing, just I am keeping the table name directly. Okay. So if I do that, now any column coming from the table, it will remove the filter because it's the all. Okay. So what does it mean? Instead of let's take from here, removing the section. Okay, let me remove the section, and now again put the name. So it doesn't matter now, because we are removing from the table itself. Okay, makes sense? This is pretty much clear about the all. So all is something like it will remove the filter context. Simple. All right. Now let's try and understand the all selected. Okay, so for the all selected, let me take a slicer. Okay, here I will put a filter on section. Okay, now just see that I am removing from all or I am removing from everything. Okay, there is a difference between these two also. Okay, if I am giving a table name, it will remove the table. Okay, but if I say all, suppose let's take you have a multiple data model. So let's take imagine a sales. Okay, and you are connecting to your product, customer and orders table, right? Suppose you are removing from the product, then that table will consider. Whereas all sales means the related table, everything, all the filter context will be get removed. Okay, whereas if I say all without anything, then everything, all. Okay, so there is a certain difference. Okay, if you are giving a table name and we did not a table name, but in our case it's a single table, so it will not make any difference here. Okay, now let me try to put a filter here on the section A. Now what happens is, if you see, these are the 3 students which are under the section A and their mark is this much 157. But what I am getting, total marks not filter, it is for overall mark of the school. Okay, it is not considering the section. Okay, so two things, either you want a total marks for whole school or total marks for across the section, or in this case it is a section, or suppose any other filter also come that you want to consider or not consider. If you use the all, it will not consider the any filter which is coming outside, just like this. In this case it is coming from the slicer, right? But if you use all selected, then what happened? Now see the magic. Now it will consider this filter. So my total mark is 157 and right now my overall mark also 157 because I have selected the section. Okay, now if I am not selecting section, it is the total mark across the school, whereas I am selecting any section, then the total mark is for that particular section. Makes sense? Very simple. Okay, that is the difference between the all and all selected. Now the last one is called the AllExcept. Okay, so what I need, another slicer I need here. Let's take an example of another slicer here, and here I am putting the class. Okay, I have a grade and grade 1 and grade 2. Okay, so here I have a multiple filters. So my scenario is that I want total marks across all the school or total mark for each section. Other than that, I don't want any total marks, which is not filter in this case. Okay, so I don't want at a class level, I need at section level or overall class level. Make sense? So what does it mean? Right now if you see grade 1, so it is grade 1 is 168. Okay, and whereas grade 2 is 157. Okay, fine, got it. Now what I will, if I want to do like that, then I need to use the AllExcept. So AllExcept will take two parameters, one is the table name, then column name, whereas the all and AllExcepted directly it will take either table or column name, but here two parameters, table name then column name. So first I will say student info, then I will specify the section. So what will happen is, except this, nothing will be get considered. Okay, it means apart from the section, no other columns will manipulate the filter context. Okay, what does it mean? Let's see. Okay, now if I use the section A, now it is a overall section A, total mark is 157, where this is getting removing the filter and giving me 157. If I select B, it will work. Okay, whereas if I select grade 2, okay, still if you see for the grade 2, the total mark is 157, but what is it is giving? It is giving me the overall total across the school, because we have included that it will consider the filter context from this. Except this column, nothing will work out. Okay, so this is the difference between your all selected and AllExcept. Okay, hope from now onwards your fundamentals will be correct on these three functions and use properly, wisely, as per your business need and as per your data model. Okay, thanks for watching, and please do subscribe to this channel for more interesting content like this, and thanks for watching.